Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to find all of your zeros using graphing and synthetic divisions, okay? So basically if you're trying to find your zeros, you are trying to find the x-intercepts. That's what you're looking for. Let's take a look at this example right here. Here I have it, and I'm trying to find where I'm crossing all the x-axis. Notice this has the fourth power. Let's see if you can find 4 of them. You might have an imaginary, but we'll know. Alright, first things first. You can grab this on your calculator and see if you can see where it crosses the x-axis, okay? So, go to y equal and type that in. So you're going to have x to the 4th, right click, plus 2x to the 3rd, right click, minus 10x squared, minus 14x, plus 21. Okay, so there you have that, and I'm going to hit graph. Now notice my graph was already from before, so I'm just trying to see where I am crossing the x-axis, where I could actually see. And you can go to the table if you want. And you see where your y is zeros, and here's another one. So if you do that, I've already found some places, okay? So where did I cross my x-axis? At -3, or you can write it as -3 comma 0. Another place I have found is 1, so it would be 1 comma 0, okay? So kind of scroll. And that's all I have. So I got to go find my other 2. So I found 2 of them here. Now I'm going to use synthetic divisions. I got to find all 4 where it crosses the x-axis. And I know it's crossing all 4 based on my graph. Okay? So we're going to use one of these. It doesn't matter which one you use first. So I'm going to use -3. And I'm going to use synthetic division to get me to where I need to be to find my other 2. Notice, this needs to be in order from highest to lowest. Must be in standard form. So I'm going to write my coefficient. 1, 2, -10, -14, and 21. Draw your line, okay? Do your division. Bring down your 1. 1 times -3 is -3. 2 minus 3 is -1. -1 times -3 is +3. -10 plus 3 is -7. -7 times -3 is +21. -14 plus 21 is 7. 7 times -3 is -21. And notice you have no remainder. Okay? So right now, this here started off with x to the 4th. This is now x to the 3rd. Just kind of keep that in mind. So I use one of my zeros to get to the others. Now, x to the 3rd, I really don't know if I could factor or anything with that at this moment, okay? And it's not a sums or differences of cubes. So you would have x to the 3rd minus 1, x squared minus 7x plus 7. You see that right there? So I'm going to go ahead and use the other zeros as well. So I'm going to divide it by 1 this time. So bring down all your coefficient. Okay, you don't have to write this part unless you want to. You could have kept going, which I will show you in a little bit. Okay, bring down your 1. 1 times 1 is 1, which gives you 0. 0 times 1 is 0, which gives you -7. Negative times 1 is -7 with no remainder. Okay? And because you have started off at x to the 3rd, this is now x squared plus 0x minus 7. See that? But you don't have to write 0. So you now have x squared minus 7. Can you now solve for the other 2 zeros? Yeah. Set it equal to 0. Now solve. Add 7 to both sides. Take a square root. And when you square root something, you have 2 answers. So, square root of 7 and negative square root of 7. And you can write it just like this. Okay? So I'm betting this is negative square root of 7. I'm betting this is -3. This is probably square root of 7. No, this is 1, and then there's square root of 7. So there you have your 4. Okay? So those are all your zeros right here, which means that is where you cross the x-axis. Sometimes you might have to use the quadratic formula. And if you forget your quadratic formula, here's your quadratic formula. -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay? And sometimes you might factor. So just think of all those ways that you could do once you hit a square. All right. Let's do one that is a quintic. Hopefully there's 5 of them. You might have imaginary also, so you never know. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to type this in. X raised to the 5th plus 3x raised to the 4th minus 22x raised to the 3rd minus 60x squared plus 120x plus 288. Oops. I start over. I forgot to bring it in. X raised to the 5th plus 3x raised to the 4th minus 60x squared plus 120x, okay, plus 288. There we go. All right, and hit graph. Now my window's a little different, so it won't look anything like it. But once it's done, I'm going to hit zoom 6, okay? I love my standards. All right. It didn't give me too much. I have no idea what it really costs. I just have to see one line, right? But do you see how you can go and try to find some zeros? Okay. Well, that one didn't do it. So you can actually scroll and look for them, which I can't find anywhere. Maybe if I change my windows. Let's see. Let's hit graph again. Negative 50? Oh, I don't know. 50? Let's just kind of mess around. And 10? Negative 100, 100, 10. Let's see if I can find it. I still only see 1. Okay? Maybe I need to scooch that in. Let's look at your minimum. I only need to find 1. Negative 5, 5. Negative 50, 50. Graph. Window. No wonder I didn't see the scale. Alright, I don't know what that number is, but let's see if I can look it on this graph. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I know one of them is probably x3. You can kind of see if it is or not. Let's try the other one. X equals negative 2. Okay? Do you see another one? How about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that could be it. So we'll see. Because sometimes you don't know, but based on this graph, you might have an idea. Okay? And you can also even check. Go to value. Okay. X is a 3. So that is not, oh, I think that. Second count, what if value is a negative 2? Oops. 1. Goodness. Click happy. So it's negative 2 and 176. That's not it either. Second count is negative. Negative 4. Okay, so the numbers are not working out for me. Let's see. So this is all kind of like trial and error. Let me see if I enter my equations right. X to the 5th plus 3x to the 4th. Oh, you know what? I missed one of them. That might be a problem, okay? So all you have to do is when you get to right here, you see where it says insert? Instead of typing it over, I'm going to put second insert, and I'm going to put minus 22 x raised to the 3rd. Right click. Minus 60. Now hit graph. I have a better look. And that's why I messed up. Okay? So, and that's why my graph didn't work. Here we go. So let's take a look. Second calc, I think it might be 3. Hot dog, that work? It might be negative 2. That also work. It's amazing when you type in correctly, huh? How about negative 4? Okay, do you see how they're all in zeros? Or I could have gone to my table. Either way. All right, now I'm going to start using synthetic division to try to find my other 2, because there should be 5 of them. And how do I know there's 5? Because that's x to the 5th. All right, start off with a 3. So I got 1, 3, and this time I'm not going to rewrite it, so I just want to let you see how you can keep going. Okay, draw your line. Let's do the math. Bring down the 1. 1 times 3 is 3, which gives you 6. 6 times 3 is 18. That gives you negative 4. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, which gives you negative 72. 3 times negative 72 is negative 216, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check, okay? Negative 72 times 3. Good. All right. Plus 120. That gives you negative 96 times 3, which gives you negative 288, which is 0. See that? Check. Done. Now I'm going to divide by negative 2. You see how I didn't rewrite it? Because I'm just going to keep dividing it, okay? 1 times negative 2 is negative 2, gives you 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, gives you negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 2 is 24. So negative 72 plus 24 is negative 48. Times negative 2 is positive 6. See how that works? Okay? And now I'm going to try negative 4. Draw your line. So it's nice to do synthetic. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4, give you 0. 0 times negative 4 is 0, gives you negative 12, which gives you 48. See how all that worked? All right. Now let's see what we've got. X to the 5th, x to the 4th, x to the 3rd. So what is this? X squared plus 0x minus 12. Okay? I'm not going to write the 0. X squared minus 12 is equal to 0. Add 12 to both sides. Oops. Let me rewrite that. Take a square root, plus or minus square root of 12. Okay? Please simplify. Simplify. Factors of 12 is 4 and 3. I've got 2 of a kind. So this is plus or minus 2 square roots of 3. So positive square roots of 3 and negative 2 square roots of 3. And there you have your zeros. All right. Okay, now I want you guys to notice how this one has a bounce. And when there's a bounce, you're probably going to have 2 answers, okay? So just a little things. I'm going to go back to Algebra 1 real quickly to let you guys kind of remember some things, all right? Say, for example, if you have x to the 3rd, okay? So y equals x to the 3rd plus something, something, something. All right. If your answer came out to be such as 2, 4, and 6, okay? Here's 2, 4, and 6. It is going to go through. Your cubic function is going to look like this. You're crossing the x-axis at 2, at 4, and 6, okay? What if you have a solution for your zeros where it's like 2, 4, and 4? See that right there? You are going to have a bounce because this is repeated twice. So you're going to go up, come down, hit 4, and you're going to bounce. See that bounce? Okay? Next. You good? What if you have x is equal to 2, 2, and 2? See how your answers are all the same? And here is 2. Your cubic function will be a wave, just like that. So just keep that in mind, how your zeros is very important, okay? All right, so let's take a look at this one right here. Synthetic division. This one looks like it's crossing at negative 2. And do you see how there's a bounce? Both of them are probably going to be a negative 2. But if you don't know that, you need to check. So, let's use synthetic division and see if we get a remainder. It's in order, so you got 1, 4, 8, 16, 16. Okay? Do your synthetic division. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. That gives you 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. You add, leaves you 4. Negative 8. 8. Negative 16. That first one worked. See that? But since you have a bounce, I'm going to do it again. 1 times negative 2, that gives you 0. 0 times negative 2 is 0. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Notice the bounce. Okay? Now that you have all that, this was x to the 4th, this was x to the 3rd, so this here is x squared plus 0x plus 4. I can now solve for it. So x squared is equal to, let me see, x squared plus 4. Let me rewrite it so it looks better. X squared plus 4 is equal to 0. X squared is equal to negative 4. Take a square root of it, okay, of negative 4. Can't have a negative underneath the radical, so it comes out as plus or minus 2i. So these are imaginary. Notice it didn't cross the x-axis. So your graph probably looks something like this. Okay? Just to let you know. See how I didn't come back and hit the x-axis? Because it's an imaginary answer. One's plus, one's minus. So just want you to be aware. All right. Now, you'll do the same thing for this one, okay? And let's see where you can start. And you will find 5 also. And you can tell how 2 of them is going to be imaginary. Sometimes you might want to use the quadratic formula when you get to the quadratic. But this number is pretty big, okay? And so, let's see what I can do. All right, equal. So you have x raised to the 5th minus 13x raised to the 4th. Big numbers, huh? X raised to the 3rd. Right click, minus 387x squared plus 1320x minus 1800. Okay? Now let's see the graph. See if I can even see it on my graph. I see a part of it. I don't see it all. Huh? Let's hit zoom. Maybe I can see a little bit better. Alrighty. So I know my first one is a 3. Okay? And then I know that one is an imaginary. Do I see anywhere else where they see a zeros? 3. Look at that one. There's a 5 also. That doesn't show up here. Okay? That's all I see. That's a 0. Yep. All right. So I got 2, and I should have 5 in my answers. So let's see. Let's try the first one. 3. Okay? 1, negative 1379, negative 387, 1320, and I'm out of room, negative 1800. Wow, those are some big numbers. Okay, 1. I'm going to use my calculator to help me. 1 times 3 is 3, leaves you negative 10. Negative 10 times 3 is negative 30, leaves you 49. You're adding, okay? 49 times 3 is, what is that? 49 times 3 is 147 minus 387. That gives you negative 240. Times 3. Negative 720 plus 1320. I'm just doing all my calculator. 600 times 3 gives you 1800. Check. That gives you a 0. Okay? Let's try 5. Alright, same thing. 1 times 5 is 5. Add gives you negative 5. Negative 5 times 5 is negative 25. So 49 minus 25 is 24. Times 5 is 120. Minus 240 gives you negative 240. Times 5 is negative 600. And there you have your zeros. Okay? Now, let's see what we have before we continue on. This started off as x to the 5th. X to the 4th. I am now at x third. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite this. X to the 3rd minus 5x squared plus 24x minus 120. You guys been factoring and you've just been solving. Take a look at this problem, okay? How many terms do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you remember grouping? You can group them together and see if it works. Group the last together, last two, and the first two together. First two, what do they have in common? X squared. When you factor out x squared, you have x minus 5. Keep that plus sign, okay? 120 divided by 24 gives you 5. So I'm going to factor out a 24. When you factor out 24 from this one, you have x. Factor out 24 out of that one, which is negative 120 divided by 24, you have minus 5, equal to 0. Do you guys see how these two are exactly alike? You're going to rewrite them as 1. This is called grouping. X minus 5. You see how those two are leftovers? Put them together, okay? Now, set each one equal to 0. So x is equal to 5. See that? Next one. X squared plus 24 is equal to 0. X squared is equal to negative 24. X is equal to plus or minus square root of 24i. Okay, I went ahead and took out the I. Factors of 24 is 4 and 6. 4 is a pair of 2's. So x comes out to be plus or minus 2i square root of 6. So 2i square root of 6, negative 2i square root of 6. And there you have all your 5's, okay? Just because the number looks big, don't be scared. You guys are smarter than that. But I wanted to show you grouping. You didn't have to do grouping also. If you look, this kind of came down and went back up, but you just kind of couldn't tell. You knew that you're going to have 2 5's right there also, okay? So your graph probably looks something like this, the big overall graph. 3, 5, okay? Square root of 6 is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, right there. Well, it's actually 4i, I'm so sorry, okay? So that's why your graph went up, came down, went up, come down, and went back up. Something along like that. But there was a little curve, something like that, okay? Because you had an imaginary solution. That's why only 3 of them touch and the other 2 didn't. It might have looked something like this. So, just thought I'd let you know. But if you're dying to know and you're curious, you can mess with this and you can kind of see. Maybe we can see it. Let's see if we can see it. But there's that little curve up there. Okay, we just couldn't see it. All right, so there you have it. Good luck. I am attaching the homework also. Have a great day.